Heyo everyone, Drizzerey here, and welcome to another time-lapse video. So, since I had a bunch of these from my last challenge that I knew were never going to be long enough to even really warrant putting up as a time-lapse with no voiceover, I decided to put them all together. So, these are my favorite pictures I did from my last 30-day challenge I attempted, and that's gonna be the subject of today. First off, I would like to talk about the challenge that I tried to do, and then we're going to start talking about challenges in general, mainly about 30-day challenges. So the challenge that I decided to try to do, which is what I would call Femruary, where every day in February I was going to draw a picture of a favorite woman or girl character that I just really liked. It was an appreciation for women, girls in general. So I just that's just what I decided to try to do, and I was going to do it all digitally. I was going to do profile pictures, and they were all going to be simple, and they were going to basically be quick profile pictures. I basically tried to give myself as easy as a time as possible, and I was only going to do 29 pictures instead of 30. And so I tried to make it as simple as possible so that I can do all 29 pictures within the month. And I did learn a lot. Like, when I was doing the Sarah Connor picture here, I figured out how to apply characteristics to my style, which is something that I have struggled with, and that's why I'm really glad that I did attempt this challenge. Was that the first picture I did, which was of Xena, and I didn't put it in here because, well, it didn't turn out very well, and I was trying too hard to put more realism into a cartoon-looking style, so that's why that didn't work. And when I tried it with Sarah Connor, I just tried to understand, some of her characteristics that I could simplify, and that's where you saw me like drawing over her pictures and trying to get an idea of what her likeness was and where I can simplify it. So I'm really happy with this. The sunglasses, I know, kind of cover a big part of her, but I still drew her eyes as if I was going to, draw without the sunglasses. And you'll probably note that if you ever look at my other social media and stuff where I posted the pictures I didn't complete the challenge. I think I did maybe over a week and then I stopped. And here's where we start talking serious talk about, long challenges. They are a challenge not because they actually ask you to do something, artistically difficult. In fact, a lot of times the difficulty is actually rather low in terms of when you're making the picture. The difficulty comes with trying to balance out the rest of your life and to assign time to do the pictures. And if you take a long time to do pictures, it's even more of a challenge. And it always depends on what kind of artist are you, and is this your day job? If it's your day job, it might be a little bit easier for you because, well, you're going to be drawing a lot anyway because that's what you do for a living. However, you do have to set aside extra time to do the rest of your artwork that is your job. That's not part of the challenge. So when you are deciding if you want to do a 30-day challenge, there are lots of ways that you can make it easier on yourself, but the thing you need to ask yourself, and I don't think a lot of artists really talk about this when they're doing 30-day challenges, is that are you in a place where you can do a picture every day for a month? Are you in that place? Are you in that place mentally? Are you in that place emotionally? Are you in that place financially? Are you in that place where you actually have time? Because when you don't have the time to spare, or in my case, it was a combination. I work full time, not as an artist, and I also struggle with a lot of things. I was actually really enjoying most of the pictures I was doing with this challenge, and I was really feeling really good about myself. I have only ever completed one 30-day challenge within the month, and that was 2018 Inktober. I did almost complete 2019. However, I kind of dropped the ball within the last week and a half. And I still want to complete it because I like the aesthetic I had going with the themes I was doing. But the reason that I keep dropping the ball with these 30-day challenges is because I just am not in a place mentally and emotionally to devote my time to this. Along with, I get distracted easily, and this is work. Challenges are work. They are challenges. They're going to challenge you in some way. And we're not always in a place to do that. And that's why after I had kind of dropped the ball with this challenge, I decided, you know what, I'm not actually going to do 30-day challenges anymore. Because I just can't devote that much time and energy and creativity into these challenges. I did get one challenge finished. I technically had another challenge that I did that I finished, but it wasn't within the time frame. And that's another thing, is that we put a lot of pressure on ourselves when we do these challenges. So when we don't complete them, we feel like we failed as an artist, which it took me a long time. I didn't actually feel bad for not finishing this challenge. I was disappointed because, like I said, I was actually enjoying the challenge, but I wasn't really upset with myself, and I didn't feel like I failed as an artist. And that's because I got to the point where I found that the challenges themselves don't always get complete, but I still had fun and I still have a bunch of things to show for it that I really enjoyed. Like my last mermaid that I tried to do. That one I didn't complete either. I probably did a few more than I did for Femruary here. But the ones I did do, a lot of my favorite merfolk pictures are from that mermaid. And then the mermaid before that is kind of the same thing. I had developed a style with how I draw mermaids, and now I draw mermaids a lot more. And that's where I really enjoyed that challenge, even though I didn't actually complete it. And it's the same thing with this one. I had found a way to adjust characters to fit my style and show that I can actually make these character pictures a lot faster than, what I usually think I do, which is I tend to think that when I sit down to do these pictures, that I take a long time to finish them. And sometimes I do. It depends on what they are. But like, this is a portrait, and I knew that it would take me less time to do a portrait. They're all women, which I usually draw women. And I just got better at you'll notice that eventually I stopped pulling up pictures. Like, I still have a reference, but I don't have them next to me, and I'm not trying to draw over them to understand, what the characteristics are. So I did get faster, I did get better at this, and I actually like the majority of the pictures that I did. There were a couple that, I would be much happier without. But the majority of the ones that I did for this challenge, I really did enjoy. And that's where we need to really think about these challenges ourselves. Are you going to be the person who gets really upset with yourself if you don't complete the challenge? And you have to understand that when you do these challenges, it is a challenge, and you may not complete it. That doesn't make you a failure. That doesn't make you a bad artist. That just means that you are human and you have a life and you have other things to do, and maybe you are battling a lot of other things, and drawing pictures every single day is not, it's not in the cards. And I'm not saying that people who can complete 30-day challenges like they're nothing. I'm not saying that you don't have a life and that you don't have anything else going on and all that stuff. Good on you. You managed to do it. And when I completed Inktober in 2018, that was a massive achievement for me, and that took so much extra work on my part. I literally spent the entire month trying to get those pictures done in my spare time. And that didn't leave me time to do a lot of other things. I didn't get to watch stuff, I didn't get to play games, I didn't get to really spend time with people all that much. I literally came home from work and I did pictures. And then I went to bed. I'm sure I ate somewhere in there too. But when you do decide I'm going to try to do one of these 30-day challenges, you need to allow yourself the freedom to fail. It needs to be okay. It needs to be okay that you fail. You can be disappointed. There's nothing wrong with being disappointed. Like, yes, I was disappointed every time I didn't complete a challenge in the last 2 years. And I am very disappointed to say that I'm not going to do any more 30-day challenges, because every time I did a 30-day challenge, there was things in here that I really liked doing. I liked what came out of the 30-day challenges. And I liked what I learned about myself and my art through those challenges. But they are a lot of extra work, and they can be very stressful, and I'm just not in a place right now to do that. Maybe sometime in the future I'll be able to do some challenges, and maybe I won't. I have a lot of other things that I want to work on, and that's the other reason why I've decided I'm not going to do 30-day challenges anymore. I'm just going to focus on the things that I really want to work on, which at this point is comics and my stories and drawing the pictures I want to make, and finishing some of the other things. Like when I finish my 2019 Inktober drawings, I'm going to be really happy with that. Even though I didn't finish the challenge within the time, I have this set of pictures I really enjoy. And I did have a full list of pictures I wanted to do for Femruary, and I didn't even get to all of them, so I do feel a little bit disheartened that I didn't get all to them, but at the same time I'm like, you know, it's fine. It's fine. I have other things I want to do, and drawing these pictures, while they were fun and while I like most of them, they're not that high of a priority for me. So yeah, let me just say that it's okay to fail. If you get nothing else out of this video, please get that. It's okay to fail a challenge. Whether it be a 30-day challenge, whether it be, you know, a 3-color challenge, or any of the other challenges that you can think of. It's okay to fail. And it should also be okay to fail at art, because you need to understand that you can go back. You can draw this again. You can try again. There is nothing stopping you from doing again. You just have to decide, is this what I want to do? Do I want to draw this again? Do I want to try again? If the answer is no, or you have something else that you want to do, then you move on, you move forward, and you draw the next thing. It should always be okay that not everything is going to turn out the way you want. And with 30-day challenges, that is going to be insanely apparent, because you're not going to do a masterpiece every single day. And that can be very disheartening, especially when you are trying to motivate yourself to do it again. Sometimes you may have like a whole week of bad drawings, and you may want to quit just from that. Please, if you are legitimately trying to go through one of these challenges, don't let that stop you. Do not let that stop you. Do not let the bad drawings stop you. The point is not to make masterpieces. The point is to make a picture every day. That's the challenge. If you wanted to make a series of, you know, wonderful pictures, then you need to work at that, and you need to give yourself more time than just 30 days. You want to make 30 drawings that look amazing for an art book? Give yourself a year to do it, or something like that. Give yourself the time, because that is a completely different animal than doing one of these challenges. So that is my 2 cents on 30-day challenges, and we are approaching the end of the video. So Thank you all so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please hit that like button. Thank you very much. If you have any questions or comments, please lay them on me. I'd love to hear from you. If you'd like to support me, please check out my Discord, my Patreon, or my Ko-fi. Or if you want to support me in other ways, you can check out my social media. Links will be down in the description below. And if you want to see more, subscribe. I promise you will see more. And I'll catch you in the next video. Later!